Go, we're live again. Sorry about that. When I set the phone down, I pushed the button, ended the stream. Let's see. That is picking up the top of this box. So, lots of confusion around here right now. Start by smoking this hive, and hopefully this is not another dead hive. Then I would be down below 50%. All right. Now, one of the reasons why I'm expanding my apiary into this area where the pampas grass was is that I don't have really enough room to work behind these hives. Absolute chaos today. Now this hive I know is going to be good. These bees have been going in and out the top of this hive. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this open and put some smoke in here. Pull that inner lid off. And they've done a really good job of stripping this clean of all the honey that was on it. It's all been stripped clean. It's practically dry. And hopefully these aren't robbers going in and out. But I'm going to move this hive, or this wax. So I moved that wax away. Yeah, this almost looks like a robbing situation here. Pull that off of there. We'll find out in a minute. Not happy. I don't have enough smoke here. All right, there's the smoke. Just leave it sitting in the front entrance. Take the spacer bar out of here. And I'm going to take this pollen out of here. It's completely dried up. This is looking okay. Hope it's not a repeat of the last two. So slide this board over, frame over, next one over, and pull that out. That's some good honey. Just set it right here for now. I didn't bring my helping hands. So I am seeing nothing but honey in here again. This is almost a repeat of the last two. And these may be robbers coming in here. Yep. I'm not seeing any brood yet. I want to see brood. I don't. Oh, there she is. There's our queen right there. See her? She's got a yellow dot on her. That's last year's queen, so she's good. I am going to put this back in here. I'm going to slide these frames over. So we have a queen. I'm happy. I'm happy with this inspection. That's all I wanted to see. They have plenty of food. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and scrunch this up so it's nice and easy to open up. And I'm going to smoke this down and put a top feeder on it. It's not ready to expand to another thing yet, but I'm going to go ahead and smoke this down so that the bees are less likely to get crushed. I'm going to put this on nice and gentle. This is a top feeder, and I'm going to fill this with syrup right now. And this will help them draw out comb. It will stimulate them. So, So I do have a nice little pump to do this, but for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and pour this right in there. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to lose a couple bees in this process. That's enough for that side. I'm just going to set this here and let it pour for a minute. And then I'm going to try to get some of these bees away before I put the inner lid back on it. No, I don't want the inner lid here. Darn it, I'm going to stop. I'm actually messing up. I'm pulling this off right now. Since these bees have been coming in the top, I'm going to put this inner lid on right here, right now. Like so. Now they can continue going in there. I've got enough syrup in here. I don't want to put it back there. I don't want the bees coming back onto that. I'm losing too many bees right there. So this is a lesson learned. I'm going to pour some more syrup in this over here. And then after I get enough syrup in here that I'm happy, then I will put it back on there, and that way I'll only lose a few bees. All right, so I'm going to put the telescoping cover on this right now before I put it over there, and that way no bees will be coming in here. That way I only lose a few. Here we go. So they can come up through the opening in the inner cover. They can still enter the top like they like to on this particular hive. And this hive is, we're going to go ahead and call this one Rosalie. So this is Rosalie right here. So Rosalie has a queen from last year. She is yellow. And we're happy that we still have 5 hives. All right. I only have one more hive that I want to look at, but I'm really getting tired here and it's very warm. So I want to take a look at it. I want to be able to say I've inspected all of my hives this year very well. So I know what I got going on here. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to move the camera over to here. Put the camera on top of Rosalie. Take a look at it. She's still in the shade. The camera's still in the shade. It's saying low battery, but that's okay. All right, this will be looking at what I want to be looking at in just a minute. So I'm okay with this. I'm going to start by giving this hive some smoke. I fear this hive is not doing well. So, in fact, this is the one that I thought was going to be a goner, not those other two. Those other two had decent activity, but it was decreasing constantly. And I kind of sensed that they might have died, but I know this one is going to be hurting. We're going to be lucky if we got a queen in this one. So, I've got my helping hands that we can use. Get my hive tool. I'm going to go ahead and pop the top of this off. And I'm setting it right next door, which is normally a no-no. Now here I've been feeding them some fondant and some pollen substitute. You can see they've touched the pollen substitute a little bit, and the fondant is about half of it's left. So I'm taking this off for now. Set it aside. Here's some, ow! Darn it, little girl, you got me. One got me right through the glove, darn it. I gotta walk away for a minute. Yeah, that's the problem with not having proper bee gloves. And I don't know what that was, if I didn't smoke it enough. Okay, so there is some more pollen and some more fondant down inside here. And take off this medium super, move it out of the way. Lift up this pollen substitute, put it out of the way, lift this. Well, you can see that's been utilized for sure. Put that fondant out of the way. This is going to be a challenge not to block the camera while I'm doing this inspection. I'm not seeing a lot of activity in this hive. Move that frame over. Wow, that's why they got mad at me before. Okay, this frame should be free. There we go, pull it out and it's empty. All but a little bit of honey. Next one's empty. Next one's got some sporadic stuff going on it. This one's got a bunch of pollen and some honey. Bunch of pollen and honey and an attempted queen cup. So they tried to make a new queen. They tried to requeen this hive at some point. That is a succession cup though, so there could still be a queen in here. Let's not lose all hope. Taking off this excess wax. And what do we got here? Again, nothing. So as I feared, this was another hive lost. These bees are a little upset. Here's where they've actually stored the fondant. Interesting. Not sure if there's enough light to see that, but that's fondant being stored in there. So all these bees are doing is collecting right now. What I'm going to have to do is pull a frame out of another hive that has some eggs on it so they can make a new queen. So I'm going to leave a gap in the middle. So you're going to see my first attempt at splitting a hive. I'm going to clean this off. This is, no, I'm not, because this is drone brood there. It's been filled with some fondant too, so I'm going to leave that in there for right now. I'm going to put back in a nice frame that's all blank on the end here. And I'm going to go into the next hive, 2 doors down. Nope, I'm going to go into the one right next door, and I'm going to pull 2 frames of brood out of that hive and put them in here. And I'm going to give this an opportunity to split. So this is going to be my first attempted split. You guys get a watch. These 2 frames I'm going to leave right here. I am going to grab that inner cover and just set it on here for right now. Okay, so I'm going to move this lid. All right, so this is just a feeder setup right here. And then there's a queen excluder on it. So I'm going to take this off. I know I should be smoking it, and so I'm going to. I'm going to give this thing some smoke. Just set this here for right now. double check to make sure. Yep, it is what I thought. It's just a feeder box. So I'm gonna pull that off and move it out of the way. And I got it again. Well, fortunately, I got both of those bee stingers out right away. Get some smoke down in here. So that's 2 stings today. Again, all of this has been pretty well stripped. Just set that off to the side for right now. Pull this queen excluder off, and hopefully on the top of this, I will find a couple of frames of brood and hopefully some eggs. Looks like a lot of honey is what I'm seeing right now. So I'm going to pull this whole box and go into the bottom one. I'm not even going to bother with this one on top. And there we go. Let me go ahead and pick the camera up and show you what we got going on here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames with active bees on them. So that's going to be the brood. I am going to make sure I don't get the queen out of here. And what I'm going to do is grab a frame that has some nurse bees on it and some eggs. Maybe just 1 frame. We'll see. If I can do 2, I can do 2. But I think I'm just going to do 1 because I don't want to weaken this one too much. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to scrape off that excess wax right there and pull out one of those frames.